Hey y'all, welcome to the Hidden Gems podcast where we find a diamond in the rough. I'm your host Mariah alongside my co-hosts T Melts and Swerve. Skirt skirt. So our Hidden Gems quote of the week is, "Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today."
That was heavy.
That right there is like, that's motivation right there. Cause like I damn sure don't want to be where I mean, even though a lot of things are going on, a lot of good things are happening, but honey, there's levels, honey, and I got to still level up, okay? Like level all the way up, level up. Okay.
I feel like that.
Listen, facts. So our first topic here is zodiac signs. And do you think it is something that you take in consideration when you are choosing your mate?
Yeah.
And that's definitely yes for me. First, well,
what signs can't you do? That's
Gemini, because there's like I feel like
I had dealing with two personalities.
It's like I got threatened before, like my life was a.
But then they like Sour Patch Kids. Like,
I mean, I don't have time for that.
I threatened you.
I don't have time for that. You know what's crazy? I wasn't always like this. I didn't always think that I would care about zodiac signs, but when I started actually reading it, and that shit is okay.
I believe in zodiac signs.
When I looked up, because I'm a Taurus, so when I looked up a Taurus woman, it talks about how like we're vocalists. I'm like, I didn't read any of this stuff before. Like it was like crazy. Like, what you think, Tim?
What signs can't you?
I never really took that into consideration too much, but thinking back on it, there's probably a few signs that I definitely wouldn't date now.
That you definitely wouldn't date?
Yeah, I feel like I'm really compatible with Aries.
What is it about Aries? Because lately I've been feeling a lot of Aries, like. They like a cool vibe.
They cool as shit.
They
like,
cool.
I'm vibing with Aries.
But I feel like they got
a little arrogance though. I feel like
that's what it is.
They got a little arrogance. You cannot argue with an Aries, okay? You cannot argue. Hold up, no. Especially your Aries men. Oh my god.
I don't know no Aries men, but I like that. All the Aries I like their vibe. They just be chilling.
They cool, they back.
They like the hippies of the zodiac wave. Like they like.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna just.
I feel like the Pisces are the hippies. Honestly.
Nah.
Wait.
I gotta tell y'all what sign I can't mess with a Sag.
A Sagittarius, no, I can't do that.
I can't do that.
And you know what? I don't think I could do a Leo, only because I feel like they're very self-centered, or they can be self-centered, and that can turn to like a little cockiness, and it's like I don't know.
I never really messed with a Leo.
I feel like they're more materialistic. Like I feel like I'm a tad bit materialistic, but they're just like money. Like they care too much about things money can buy, and I'm like the opposite. Like,
see, but that's how Sag is. They always give you like a price, like. Them old age, like the credit card commercials, like G500 haircut, $25. Like they always pointing out like the statistics of numbers, and I'm like, does it matter? Like if you want it, you want it. You feel me? You want to buy it. Like why do you always gotta break down like the numbers and everything? And they some assholes. We can cuss, right? They some assholes.
Well, so what are some signs? So Aries, that's like the only sign that you felt like you connected with?
No.
What's another sign you feel like you really vibe with?
Best friend wise, like Scorpio.
I love Scorpio.
Because I feel like in the zodiac pool,
crazy.
Like, yeah.
I meet a lot of Scorpios, and it wasn't until now, but they're
cool.
They're kind of hard to understand sometimes. You actually have to take time to really.
But
they're very intellectual. They're very emotional, but they don't like to express their emotions. And
they're not. They gotta know you. Like it's the thorn.
It takes them a long time to let you in. Like
it's the thorn in the back of the tail.
Yeah.
It's the thorn in the back, but I just see it as like a big water because we water signs, Scorpios and Cancers, and they just like a rough version of a Cancer. They care about you, but they give you like the tougher love. You feel me? I don't know. I don't think I can mess with a Gemini. I'm thinking about it now. I don't think I can do a Gemini either.
No, I can't.
Cause they don't know who. Like they don't know. They don't know what they want. Like
I feel like that. Yeah, they don't.
It's really a mind battle between them. Like when they cool, but when they not,
I feel like they be like psycho a little bit. I don't know.
Nah, not psycho, because one of my best friends is Gemini. I love that nigga. You feel me? I love him, but I know, like, back in the day, his attitude used to go like,
Yeah.
and it could be like something dumb, like,
mood swings.
like, oh, we only got beef oodles and noodles left, like, and that's his way for the whole night. So, I ain't trying to be sexy, but I feel like with like every flaw you find in the Zodiac sign, with females, it's kind of worse because of with like PMS and all that. Like,
I don't know.
With females, it's way worse.
Yes,
it is.
I don't think so. You agree with that? I don't think so.
I don't know. I met some crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Y'all men be getting crazy sometimes.
Like, no.
Nah, but there's a lot of weirdos out here. Like, it's really levels.
And then,
there's a lot of weirdos out here.
It is.
So basically, you don't really care about the zodiac signs, and you do. And I do.
I do.
I'm
not
yes. A little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, previously I never really considered.
Wait. What's February, baby? Oh, Aquarius is. Oh, that's another sign.
Aquarius, they're good people. They're
good
humanitarians, but they don't really like.
They
like their space, and I feel like to be in a relationship, I don't know.
They don't shoot well, like,
relationships or something.
Yeah. That was.
Alright, so let me ask y'all this next question. Is it acceptable to have your phone on Do Not Disturb or face down when in a relationship, or if you're around your mate or whatever? Is that okay?
I feel like if you do all that.
Why is your phone Do Not Disturb?
Yeah, I feel like you being.
I never do no Do Not Disturb, but you ain't gonna hear it when it's dinging.
Like,
and honestly, the face down thing,
I didn't tell you to put it on Do Not Disturb. If we not like having our time,
you're not gonna tell me what to do with a phone that I paid a bill for.
That's sneaky though. You being sneaky. What are you trying to stop?
Alright, rewind.
No, there's nothing to rewind.
It is. Let me because you gotta break this question down.
Okay, break it down.
Is it cool? Like, if we just talking, I don't want you to know who's hitting me. I don't want that.
That's not my question though. It said when in a relationship. You gotta listen to my question.
In a relationship.
It said in a relationship.
That's no. I'm not.
Honestly, face down. Honestly, I don't care because sometimes I just put my phone face down. It's not like I'm trying to hide anything. I'm just putting my phone down.
But if that shit is up and it go bing ding ding and you go like this,
yes, that's when it's fucked up. Okay, when your phone ding,
then I'm gonna pick it right up.
And you go slow.
No, I'm not. See, it's called the mute ear. I didn't even hear that thing. You feel me?
My ear's not.
I'm gonna get to it when I get to it.
It's like, why is your phone on Do Not Disturb? Like, why?
Now, for all G shit, if I'm in a relationship, my girlfriend, like, we gonna have that where this device ain't gonna mess us up at all. We can say, I could go without a phone for I did it before.
Right, but it's word. The question is it okay? Is it acceptable to have your phone Do Not Disturb in a relationship?
No, it's not acceptable.
Okay, that's the answer then.
But if we in talking phases,
then I don't get it. Y'all talking phases,
you're not claiming
and y'all around them, you might want your goose. I mean, I guess hitting you up when you trying to get.
Nah, it's not even about that. It's about time. Like me, if you a single mother and you giving me your time, I don't really care about my phone. I care the fact that you. I ain't gonna say schedule, but you gave me some of your time to chill with. So why be? I've been with people that, you know what I mean, we have busted up all day through this. When you get with them, they still in their phone, like.
They don't know how to have constant.
So I can respect that, like, all right, we play trouble. We don't have no phones, like, even when they be on, like, I respect people who can get away from their phone and enjoy each other. Like, we don't need this. I don't need to look into this, or I'll get to it when I get to it. So it don't always gotta be like you hide or something. Like, when I do get a boo, a bae that I'm about to make wifey, I ain't worried about the phone. You feel me?
Right. Okay. So this next one is interesting. I'm, trying to see where it's about to go. So if you're, I guess this is for the girls. If your husband/boyfriend has a female friend, is it okay for him to pay her bills here and there, if needed, if she needs help? Is it okay?
A friend, yeah, it's cool.
No, I don't think that's okay.
No, because it depends. Like,
here and there is a little too much. Maybe once.
Yeah, maybe once. Like every once in a blue moon if you down.
Like, she got kids and her let you get cut off. Okay, here you go. But not. Oh,
Because I had female friends that I would do that for, like if they was down on their ass.
Right.
Because they was down. I gotta really call you my brother. Like we family.
Right.
I don't even say bro and sis. I'm like,
Right.
this family right here. I'll do that, but nah, I ain't about to be doing it frequently just because you think I'm like a liability.
No, you trying to support what we got over here. Like, you think you're a man, okay? Like,
Word.
what's going on here? No. What you think,
That's when you start coming dependent on them to pay your bill.
Maybe once.
Maybe
That's
one.
like, if
So
she really
the
needed
limit
it-
is one.
If she really needed it, but
Would
Like,
y'all
I think
pay
you
one
gotta
of y'all
be-
male friends? Like if he was
Hell
like,
no. I'm sorry. What you mean? Well, Mel, I don't know.
he wasn't.
no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about like somebody that you.
I don't even think
No,
whoever
I
I'm
wouldn't.
with would be okay. Would you be okay with your female paying for another man's bills? First of all,
I don't know.
like,
I'm
at
not
the end
paying
of the
for bills. Like I'm talking about that one situation where you be like, say like your spouse know the person. Like yo, because if I'm bringing you around somebody, I'm gonna let you know our history.
but you know what? I feel like if that's the case, if y'all all mutually hang out, I feel like the proper thing would be to reach out to the man instead of the female. Just like if it's a female and he has a female friend, she shouldn't be reaching out to him. She needs to reach out to me. It's boundaries. We can help you. I just don't feel like, I don't know. I just
Why? If this girl I've known since like sixth grade need my help, why does she need to come to my girl? That's some like a hip
I
hop
don't
shit
like
right
that.
there.
No, that's not like hip hop shit.
I just
That's
like
If she
respect.
become like yo Swerve, I need like
No.
$150. I got you.
No, because first of all, any of your friends, if you're really in a relationship with somebody, any of your friends, I feel like will be her friends too. So why are you
Exactly.
asking? I don't think it's appropriate for her to ask you, go through you. I think she should ask the female.
But you're not as close to her as I would be, so why would? And then what if you snub her? Then that's gonna cause conflict between us.
Why would a female? I don't think.
A lot of females are jealous of friendships that they think is more than what they
Well,
are.
then you
You
shouldn't be in a
would know
relationship.
what it is.
You shouldn't be in a relationship with somebody who's
But
that
you would know.
insecure.
You can still be in a relationship. You still gonna think it's more than what it is. Like I
don't think
got 4 hardcore homegirls. Like we rock out. Like
But if you can bring them around your girl and y'all all can hang out and you can see that as a mutual respect, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. But it's just like I don't know.
why would she come to you if I'm her main friend or how y'all met? She's
see
gonna
what you're
ask.
saying.
I mean,
Yeah,
now
like.
I see what you're saying, but it's like I don't
Like
know.
why
I
would
see
she
both
ask my
sides of
girl
it.
like yo I'm down on my luck like why wouldn't she ask the friend that she grew up with her whole life? That's why that doesn't even
So it's okay for the man to ask your female instead of going to you instead, you think?
if he knows her like I understand that friendship like I'm not even like yo if y'all was friends but yo he down like everybody hits rock bottom we all gonna keep hitting bumps and roads and rock bottoms where we going what's the name I hit like if I only ask like same 4 people if they don't got me then I'm cool you feel me because I know with them I don't gotta worry about bringing it up but yeah we all gonna hit rock bottom if he asks you it's a money exchange it's not like yo man if you want me to pay them bills then you gotta come out to dinner with me nah it's you down swap it
So
out
the question was like if it was here and there. So I guess if it's here and there, that's a little too
I'm
often.
only once in every blue moon like
Once in a blue
twice a year
Okay.
You need to have your shit together.
once a season we can do that because you never know
I feel like, especially if y'all got your own little family, like I don't know.
yeah not once a season twice a year first answer I don't want y'all looking at me crazy twice a year
All right.
help your friends out help.
So name one
Christmas
thing.
and birthday.
Name one thing your ex taught you.
Don't trust these.
He said, "Don't trust these hoes." Let me think.
Yo.
Name one thing your ex taught you, man.
How to plan.
Or let's not even say like it don't gotta be like that. It's just like
Right
any of your
goals.
exes. Just think about any of your exes. Was there anything that you learned?
I learned you.
Crickets.
I learned you gotta read between the lines of some stuff. Like
I feel like
when stuff don't add up, it don't add up. Like point blank, it don't add up.
okay.
You're not gonna feel this way if certain things ain't going. I don't know. It's an order.
So you don't have anything positive that they taught y'all. Like,
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Anyone you
I
dealt
love
with.
him. I love him. I love him, baby.
Okay, let me think. This question just takes a lot of thought, so I really have to like go back and think about something.
Since I got the Badu wave, my ex taught me to always take that risk. Like that risk that you scared to take, like go for it. You might lose a lot with it, but you never know what's on the other side of the gate. Like she did make me like she got this fear out of me. Like yo, I gotta take more risks. You never know. You learn stuff. You get culturized. That might not even be a word, but culture shock. Let's see, culture shock.
I would say one of my exes taught me how to be more personable because he was very like outgoing and I'm a tourist, so we're shy at first in like new settings. But now I'm like, I don't feel like I'm like that anymore. So I say he helped me be more personable.
I say what I learned from our relationships were more so about me.
Yeah, you
I learned
about yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
I learned about a kind of person that I would attract and how would I put into the atmosphere.
It's your mental is what's going to attract that type of
See, but that's okay. I can agree with that because my ex also taught me like don't react. A lot of stuff ain't what it is. Like you can create a whole lot of scenarios, and then I've been chilling since then. Like you can create your own scenarios and wing it at the end of the day. It don't even be like that.
But I was taught to trust my motherfucking instincts, honey.
See, it's a difference between instincts and then just like just curiosity.
Listen to that gut feeling.
Instincts, honey.
Listen.
If I was my instinct child,
if that shit is put in your head sometimes, it's there for
God.
a reason.
But he's trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something.
Oh my God, right now.
Listen, you better listen.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me ask y'all this question. Would you relocate for a long distance relationship?
Yep.
I would.
Yeah. I did. My ex, that's why, like, piggybacking on the last subject, that's what my ex told me. Like, it was like, yo, leave this state. Like, what you really, like, go for it. You feel me?
Right.
I left Delaware in 48 hours. Like, but Florida's beautiful. Like, who would have thought, like, I would have went to Florida for a little bit, like.
Wow.
Instead of just saying like, nah, because when everybody wants to leave, they always give excuses why they don't want to leave. Like, they'll pull back on you like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but then all of a sudden, nah, man, I got a toenail appointment and all this other stuff. Like, they'll start building up the excuses not to leave. Like, she put the pressure on me, like, if you gonna do this, you gonna do it now, or you gonna keep. She gave me that time span, like, look how long you say you gonna be doing it. You was gonna be doing it, and then you finally did it. So I definitely will move. Some good scenery, a restart, and that's when I wouldn't even care about social media either. Like, okay, I'm long distance. I'm not even near the people that will really have an opinion about me. Like, I was good. We just had some other shit going on, but
I would definitely relocate for a long distance relationship. If I knew I was going into something that can, help me level up, like we were talking about before, and it would be financially stable, and
don't walk in the
right.
Wait, can I chime in? I don't want nobody to think it was no internet shit. Like, I just met a girl and moved to Florida. You feel me? I'm a little.
So what? Like, who cares? Who's the judge?
Nah, that's really gambling with dice. Like, I'm not going to be talking to boy.
So how long were y'all talking before?
Nah, we was messing like 2 years before she moved.
Did she move there? And y'all did something?
Nah, that was my baby. She ended up moving to Florida, and then I went. It was like 3 years later, but I went down there and to see what it was about. You feel me?
Right.
But it was like I felt like we had unfinished business. We could have built from down there. Nobody to worry about in Delaware. Nobody really. I would relocate. Maybe we'll be butterfly.
Listen, let me tell you something, okay? I have a vision.
Yes.
And I'm trying to have a house in multiple places, so I'm trying to be all over with my bag. So me and my married, whenever we get there, Lord, who are we going to?
Y'all feel like y'all can find y'all bay in this state to travel with? Y'all feel like y'all soulmate is in Delaware?
No.
I feel the same way.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, I just feel like I don't know.
Life has a funny way of showing you stuff though, so
yeah. It really does. I feel like
in the moment.
I feel like I kept asking for something, and the Lord was like, "All right, I got your chance again." You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I like playing with fire. Not literally on earth because I'm an earth bender, not a fire bender. But I like
fire. How?
Like I like seeing what's around that corner. Like you know how people they need a tour guide. I'm gonna be my own tour guide. Yeah, where the best food at? Where the chicken wings at? Like I'm in the mood for a cheesesteak or a chops, whatever. You feel me? Like I like looking around. I'm too curious, like because I know where I'm at. Is this small and what's around me?
Yes,
it's way bigger.
That's what I'm saying. It's so much beyond Delaware. Like I feel like a lot of people in Delaware, their minds are so small. It's like there's a whole world out here. Like especially like young people, y'all trying to rush into relationships. Like y'all need to get yourselves established first.
Yeah, I'm not trying
travel the world, see different environments, taste different food.
But I wouldn't mind doing that with somebody while we're getting to know each other.
That's
like
true.
That's why I really don't mind. Like I don't be pressed for sex. I really be cool with a friendship. Like I want, cause you don't really see people colors. Like I really be wanting to I like mind fucking people. Like what do you think about? What's your what are you into? You feel me? What are your traits?
Right.
We all got flaws, so you can't really focus on that.
Right.
If that outweighs, then it's a wave. You feel me?
I'm not for you.
Alright, so this is the last topic here. Can we go over to you? So, this is kind of deep. If your parents don't like your significant other, would you stay or leave? Like if you feel like you love this person, you're in love, but for some reason your parents just don't like them and they're not budging, what do you do in that instance? Like,
man, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you.
Reason. It's like, cause I would have to, kind of pick my parents' brain. Like, okay, so what are you saying? What are you feeling?
Let me know.
But if I feel like it's like, okay, y'all just being a little like, come on.
Not being too
then.
So you're saying if you dig deep into the reason why they're not feeling them, you would break it off?
It depends on the reason. It really depends on the reason.
What would be some reasons? Because
what if they say
dudes be hard-headed. If I love you, girl. We gonna let love win. To the storm.
Sometimes your parents have powerful discernment.
My mom
be knowing. Like you ever had your mom, like a friend came over and your mom be like, "That's not your friend," and you be like, "Yeah, whatever," and gave it time.
And you realize it's not your friend.
And they really was not your friend. Like that's insight that you don't have. So like your mom been around the block longer than you gotta think. Your mom has lived in this world without you, but you never lived without her.
Alright, let me keep it funny.
She know a whole bunch of shit. So it's like, man, they be seeing stuff.
Go ahead, so what you gotta say?
I don't want to say that.
Go ahead, say it.
I don't really care what my mom say, because my mom has seen me around enough females to where she don't know what I'm taking serious.
Okay.
If you get through the American Gladiator phase and I show you my grandma, then I really care about you, because my grandma, that's my baby. My mom just got that heart where she look out for anybody, like, for real. She's like, oh, these your friends, y'all hungry, y'all want something to eat? Like, my mom
I love everybody, huh?
My mom love everybody. My grandma, she like, oh no. She a stuck up little hussy, you feel me? Like, shit, my grandma keep it real with you 5 minutes walking in the door. So if you can get past my grandma, my mom gonna be cool with whoever regardless. My mom just don't like my older brother girlfriend, but she love.
So who in your family think is the hardest to get past?
That's a good question.
It might be okay. It's two.
Yeah, it's gonna be a few. You gotta fight for love.
Your grandma.
First of all,
I fight the grandma.
My grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all in the spirit of way higher.
Both of them are my grandmas, but my one grandma, yo, she do not hold her fucking tongue for nothing. She will tell you about yourself, read you, and then tell you have a blessed day. Like, and it'll be like, I'm gonna pray for you. I'll be like, oh, don't pray for her, Lord. Please don't pray for her. Jesus, please don't pray for her. Like, man.
Grandma's got that aura, man.
They
not, that's what, like, I ain't trying to play my mom. I love my mom. We got a good relationship. But my mom just like, she too cool, you feel me?
Yeah.
My grandma, she stern. Yeah, my grandma like, oh, you want to be with my baby? You feel me? I ain't going to tell you my grandma's name, but you going to be with blah, blah. You feel me? You got to be good enough for my baby. Like,
Right.
she already trained us, like, don't worry about a chick. Like, cook for yourself. I don't need a chick to feed me. Fat kid going to eat. Mouse.
My mom is the hardest person to get past. My mom, oh my god. Yeah, she's the hardest person to get past.
Are you the youngest?
No. And my dad has a whole bunch of kids, okay? But him and my mom not together, so that's a whole different story, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and head over to Tea Melt. Tea time with Tea Melt, honey.
Hey,
and what do you have for us, honey? Is it juicy?
Okay.
Is it some juicy
We
tea?
got some juicy stuff.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start it off with a throwback. My baby Jeffrey Owens. Now y'all know him from the Cosby Show
Yes.
as Elvin.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Well, he was spotted, at work, Trader Joe's. He worked in New Jersey, Trader Joe's, because he's not having any acting gigs.
And they were clowning him for that.
So Fox News did a report on him saying, he was caught bagging groceries. So a lot of people came to his defense like, there's not a problem with hard work. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of celebrities jumped in.
And he
Like
seemed
Terry Crews.
happy.
Like Terry Crews even wrote
Yo,
after the NFL.
He was bagging with a smile on his face, honey.
Yeah. After
Shit
NFL,
was.
I was sweeping floors, and I'll do it again if need be. There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
like,
Right.
oh.
So, the beautiful thing out of this is they're trying to clown him, and that's ignorant. Everybody's from his rescue, but Tyler Perry reached out to him and told him he has a spot for him on his upcoming project.
His hit
in the fall.
series.
See, that's what it's about.
That
It's
made my
about
heart
putting in.
melt. Like, that God is
So,
Okay, that's
turn
love.
something ugly into something
Yes.
positive. You know
Because
what I'm
times change. Like,
saying? Yeah, definitely.
you gotta really get it how you live. Like, you think, like, Carlton wants to do commercials. Like, he does, like, safe auto commercials. Like, we know Carlton from, like, being funny. Like, man, you couldn't get no other roles. But it's the way, like, things turn. Like I kept saying, we going to hit rock bottom. Look at that. One of you can be your blessing. Like they probably try to make a meme out of him. Like, and you got, let's keep it funky. Elvin wasn't even a main character in that joke, so he just bucked up messing with Tyler
So
Perry.
they really was reaching. Like,
Yeah, they
y'all
was
reaching.
Elvin.
I'm like, you ain't have to disrespect him like that. At
If
the end of the
anything,
day-
his wife was a more main character. He came like season 7 or something. Yeah, he bucked up now. Him and Oprah Murphy got their own network. Like, man, make that man a show in the
he
script.
stay on
You
Oprah.
feel me?
And his stuff is lit.
Yes.
Come on now. His shows are actually good. Y'all ever watch them? Listen, I was stuck on the half and half nights.
My little sisters got that on the DVR, but I don't watch it.
Listen, you know
Not
Tyler
my
Perry
cup of
been
tea.
Tyler Perry been hooking us up. Now he a part of Black Hall of Fame. All right,
Yeah.
Black History Month, and he was a day out of February because he
Busting a move like that. I feel like he
Alright.
revived a couple people's careers too, just
Yes,
personally.
he really did, and he got a lot of people out there too.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
That's beautiful. All right, so we're gonna talk about my baby Nikki. On a lighter note of her
Another sad.
tantrums that she's been having lately. I love you though.
She is
I love
sad.
her though. She just
Take the way Nicki Minaj at, ball it all up, want a little bit of love and a lot of freakiness, and that's just sad.
Yo, I'm done.
Materialistic. Like I got Fendi shoes and like so sarcastic. But go ahead, my bad. You know.
Well, she's being very generous, guys. Now she's being very
Yes.
generous. She awarded 37 students
Wow.
her Student of the Game scholarship.
Oh, yeah,
To pay both
Come on,
student
Nikki.
loans and tuitions
Okay, don't do
for
that.
the 37.
I love
students.
it, Mike. I love it, Mike. I love education, Mike.
Don't
Free
try to downplay
gas.
what she doing.
No. I'm definitely not going to downplay that. I'm talking about like
Okay.
personality wise, but donation wise, helping somebody with education, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I got some student loans.
Word.
Okay.
That shit ain't no joke.
It's really not. It rack up, but I feel
Yeah,
like
I definitely
I
give
feel
a
like
shit that.
universal education is a must. I feel like that should be pushed. I feel like you shouldn't have to pay to be educated. I feel like that is a human right.
Yes,
to be
it's a
educated.
scam. It's not a scam.
It's not really, but it's still
because you need your education. But no, the money part is a scam. I should not. There's people like they're $100,000 in debt, can't even get a house, and they're not even making no money
From a degree, because now
I worked for that. Okay, I worked. I had to answer calls.
It's a book where you can see where stuff is going to increase and decrease in pay wage. Like, if you, like somebody, I know somebody like they went for public to be a writer in the news journal. Everything's digital now. So who knew when he was going to college? Everything will be digitally. You feel me? Like.
But my point is,
I mean, I feel like
it's not even. It shouldn't be that much though. Regardless, it should not be that much.
What about the campus? You feel me? What about like the supplies, the feed, y'all? Y'all think of boarding like
$100,000. There's people that are in. I've seen more than that.
Let's be real.
I've seen more than that.
Like there's countries like Denmark that pay.
And you know what's crazy?
First of all, college is free, and they pay their students to go to college. There's no excuse.
And you know what's crazy? They want you to go to school and be in all this debt.
Just so
you get a degree, but they don't want to hire you because you don't have experience. How am I get experience and nobody will hire me? And I got all the students.
I'm not, man. Look, I had the whole college experience without the books and the tuition. Like, I know people who won without college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Entrepreneurs that take the risk, and I'm not saying school is a bad thing, because you go to be a doctor.
Yeah, I'm all about education, but then again, I can see why they charge a lot.
No, I don't.
That much though, and it's not
even
that. It's not even that though. Like the
Let me tell you
interest.
something. Let me tell you
like,
something.
and then they offer you forbearances. Oh yeah, you can get a forbearance. You can postpone your loans for 12 months.
And
But
they
yeah, that's
add
adding
like
thousands of dollars back
$10,000
into your loan. Like they don't tell people that. They
don't know
They should tell you this in
that.
high school. They rush you to sign for these student loans when you got to go to college when you're a senior. But they don't tell you might not be able to get a freaking house because you in so much debt. Like
you can't get a job with your degree because it's not
crazy.
worth
But
it.
that goes, man. That rewinds to the school system. Like, they're not teaching us what they need to teach us: insurance, debt, credit. You feel me? Like health benefits, shit like that. Like, we learning about stuff that happened in the old hundreds. That's not going to do nothing for my membrane.
I'm tired of, like, in school, like, we learned about, like history. All we learned about was black people being slaves for the most part. Like, there was more to us
Unless
just
you have
being
Mr. Pons.
Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like, yeah, they were slaves and free, but it's like, we were more than that. Like, can we learn, like, in high school, there's like you had to pick African American, right? History.
That just was added.
I feel like it was just added.
When we were juniors,
it was just added. But that should be automatically taught.
I feel like they only gave them type of classes to honor students. Like, everybody else wasn't good enough for them classes.
That's not.
And I feel like people.
That's not true. It would. No, that's not true.
I said I feel like so it ain't like shit.
Nah, but a lot of schools don't offer it. What I'm saying is they don't offer it at all. So the fact that I had to be in 11th grade, I've been in school you've been in school like 10 years before that. Think about it, because we've been pre-K and then all that. And it takes me until I'm about to be 17, which was 16, 17, and 11th grade.
To learn that we're more than just slaves. At some point.
That the greatest empire in the world to this day is still, and the richest Mali empire. The richest man in the world to this day is still a black man. I didn't even know that. Okay?
Right.
I didn't know a lot of stuff about my people. So
I had a teacher though, he didn't he said, look, it's 2 grades in my class. It's an A and an F. Like, either listening or you're not. But what he taught us was everything against the grain. I'm like, oh, I like this dude.
And that's another thing.
But we need more teachers like that though.
But he wasn't.
Yeah, teachers are underpaid. Teachers are
but he wasn't like really hired through the, like, he wasn't a teacher. He was like
an extracurricular.
He came in through that. His joint was called Communities and Schools. Like, every Wednesday he would buy all his students, like, he was like pro-black too, like, he a Mason. So he kind of let you in his mind a little bit without telling you everything. Like, you walk in his class, he had boxes, but it was a dot outside of each box, like, you'll think outside the box.
Wow.
And then under it be like, beware of your surroundings. And it really clicked with me when I got older, like, everything he was trying to teach me, because that's a lot of that shit going on right now. Like, I was like a class clown in school, so I was always about making people laugh.
Right.
But the little bit of shit he did teach me, like, 'cause you only had him for like half a year. I've been cool with this man since like even after high school. Like we friends on Facebook and we still talk. He came to my graduation and everything.
I love teachers like that. Like they really, you can
Like
tell,
a
you can
rebel.
tell who really cares about their students and who's just there.
I feel like teachers
Just to be there.
need to be paid like doctors, like lawyers, like celebrities, like basketball players, like football players. Because at the end of the day,
They making
when
so
you
much
at
money.
work, they're taking care of your children all day. They're responsible for that.
Technical,
Learning.
they're not the teachers. Them celebrities are the teachers. You don't want to dress like your teacher. You want to dress like.
And why?
But why not? Why do
I'm just saying to the
why can't you
kids.
have a teacher
I'm
that's
just
gonna
saying to the
lie
young
you?
But this
minds,
is the
like
thing. But
that's
this is
how
the
we
thing.
was.
And why is it? Because you glorifying these celebrities, and you not glorifying what really matter. If they think about it, everybody like school is the. We gonna go learn. We gonna go be productive in our communities. We gonna go do this. Come on, if you change the mindset.
First
The
of all,
only
they got
reason
the
why
music
these kids
these
and
days.
the
The
they
music.
But
See,
look at
all
how.
you hear is lean this.
Wait.
Lean that. Ass is like.
Because in
all
my
music.
era, we was influenced by the music.
But this is the thing.
And it's always been like that.
We had
Music is
Dipset,
powerful.
we had airbrush
Music is
shirts.
very
Like
That's not. But
the
that's not what I'm talking
celebrities
about.
is really halfway the teacher.
But
Like
that's not what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The only reason why kids want to be, this is the reason why I don't want to be a teacher. It don't make no money. I'm so good in English. I'm the shit in English. That shit is that's no question
Me
to
too.
me. That shit's like bam, bam. Like it's no sweat, no effort. Straight A's in English, no problem. I'm not gonna pursue an English degree because there's no money in it.
Right.
I have to think about my long term. How am I going to pay my bills in 15 years? Am I going to have a pension when I want to retire? You know what I'm saying? There's no money in English right now. So I have to pursue something else. And you want to know why? Because if I wanted to be a teacher, I'm going to be struggling. I'm going to be struggling.
You got to
See
buy
what
your
I'm
own
saying?
supplies.
And I feel like-
can I throw a monkey wrench in there? Why does money define purpose?
They don't define purpose, but
But
it defines
What if your
But let's
purpose
be
is
real.
to
Let's
play?
be real here.
See, we
Let's
need
be
people
real
like
here.
we
Let's
need
be
people
real.
Let's
like
be real
let's
here.
be
It's
real.
hard on the middle
Let's be
class.
real.
It's hard as hell.
Inflation
It's hard as
is-
hell. It's not about just thinking, oh, I'm money hungry. No, I gotta survive.
That's
Like,
the thing. When prices are going up and everything is more expensive by the year, but your salary not raising
That's
at the
crazy.
same rate as inflation. When your salary is staying the same, but every year shit's going like this, how you gonna survive? You gotta pay bills, but rent
I
$100 or
respect
$300
that.
every
I mean,
year.
me, if I
You
really
see what I'm
felt
saying?
like I wanted to teach the youth, I'm the type. All right, we get out of school what 3 o'clock. I'll do like a 4 to 9, 4
I
to
mean,
5
I guess
to
it
10.
depends on the
Like,
person. Some people
I
like
like-
a
'cause I
hard
feel
teachers,
like-
they gonna do it. no
I feel
matter
like
what.
kids only
It's
gonna
like-
listen to certain people. Like, yo, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not
I
gonna
think
go
some,
there.
Yeah, but
some
I
people.
still-
Well, there are some people, just like my grandmother, who she don't care. This is the thing. She has such a passion for the kids and teaching that she does it. But she does also. You hear her say, you know, we don't make enough, but her heart is so in it.
Let me
She
tell you
still
something.
does it.
Let me tell you something.
But I'm just one of those people. It depends on the person. Cause I'm one of those people. I refuse to not like. I want to
This
be
is
good
the
and
thing.
comfortable. Like,
When
I
you
don't want
look
to
at
be comfortable.
statistics in the world and where U.S. falls on the education system, it's low. When you see the other nations who praise their teachers and pay them what they deserve, there's number one, number two, number three.
Cause
You
they
gotta be
care
able
about
to
their job.
compete
They care.
in a global market, not just a United States market.
Yeah.
We need to compete in a global market. We need our children to be able to live in the future. They are the future, so we need to invest in our kids. Like we
I really think my
invest in these
teachers, most of my
cars,
teachers did not
and these
care.
bling bling and these chains.
They did not
we need to
care.
invest in our kids that way as well. You know what I'm saying? We need to let them know. You don't have to dribble a ball to be successful, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you love, do that. You deserve the money that you're getting paid. But I don't feel like the people who are they're teaching our kids, molding their minds. You gotta remember, this is how they're learning for the rest of their lives. We
I
need to
feel like
invest more in
it's
them.
not the right people teaching like people.
But I
I'm
can't
gonna
blame that on
say
other
that.
teachers.
I'm gonna say that because
Some of them.
you
yeah.
might just
Some
have
of
that
them
one
do.
teacher who is from Milford, Delaware, where it's all grass and land, and she'll drive up here every morning
True.
to teach the kids up there, but she can't relate to them. That's why I said it's a dollar over purpose. We need people like you who know what the hell is going on. You can't expect Miss Saunders from Milford, who has the big house and the deck and the
To
golden
relate.
retriever, to be like, yo, I know what it's like to have oodles and noodles for a week. Nah, she not eating oodles. She don't even know what oodles and noodles is. She probably do, but she don't eat it. You know what I mean? And that's why I say like it's $1 over purpose. Like I like throwing a monkey wrench because I see you get like. You feel me? Like
I feel like point blank though. I feel like point blank teachers are underpaid. They are.
It should be no reason
they really are.
Why the award look like this on the pie chart, but education like this.
It's not.
Come on. It's like that's priorities right there. Yeah, that's a. All right, y'all. Yeah, we gotta talk about something that I've been waiting for. Okay.
Yes, what is it?
All right, so you know, I love my people and I love our purpose.
We do.
All right, and we some strong Brazilian people.
Strong.
Hey, all right, y'all. My baby Colin Kaepernick is the face of Nike's new Just Do It campaign, y'all.
Yo, that's heavy.
Been paying him the whole time. Invested in his dream, in his vision.
That's why he's not worried about getting back on the field.
I did see one person have a different perspective on it, and they feel as though it was more so for a branding stunt for Nike rather than them really supporting. Because they said like the person or the CEO or the person who's in charge is really like a Republican. They don't really care about black people, but they really did it to.
Well, this is the thing. The slogan. Okay, let me read what's on the caption.
Okay, rock on.
It says, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." Now, I feel like even if you doing it to be smart, you still gave my baby a platform, and it don't matter because his message still got across.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's still getting paid because they blackballing him out of the NFL. Let's be real, he hasn't been able to get a team, and you know why it is. You know the reason why.
So imagine everybody who has to wear that Nike uniform is endorsed by the one person who started the whole wave.
Yeah, wow.
You gotta see that big fro anywhere you go right now for a whole year. To start off the campaign, that's wonderful. It's crazy
you
how
still gave him a voice, you gave him a platform. Now he reached. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Either
He's
way,
probably doing better than he
even
was.
if you mocking it, it don't matter. You still give him a platform.
Right.
You can't erase this out your books. We all
more
see
exposure.
this.
You gotta think in the NFL, you only really hurting yourself, like concussions and all that. So
And
he
I'm gonna
really
keep it real.
set for good.
I feel like we need to stick together for these injustices. And I feel like knowing that the NFL is probably was 70% black. If y'all all knew what they gonna fire you of, don't play.
They're not gonna fire. They can't fire him.
Don't play.
See, but
Well, we
that's
gotta
where
get together.
that's where it goes in.
Let's be real. It's power in numbers, right? Majority rules, right? So let's be real. A majority of the whole NFL industry is African American males. We need to stick together. There should be no reason why he has to go through this alone. Yeah. I don't even play football, but I know in my heart he's not alone. I'm with him.
He wasn't alone,
Because
but
I'm
he wasn't.
Some people don't care about it though. Like
Some people really don't care, cause you know what? Some people only care about the dollar. This will feed my family.
Well, a lot of people care because now they're cutting up their Nike socks, cutting checks off their socks.
no, I mean the players though. The
They're
players.
burning their
It's the players.
A lot of the players don't care about that stuff. They just want to play.
They just
Yeah,
want to play. Like
that's
it's
why
something
they
they
come
love
up
for the
to-
game. I can respect that.
It's
Like,
love.
right.
So I guess so.
I couldn't.
so
I
are they
like when
just
I was playing
saying-
basketball. If somebody would have did something like that, I would still play basketball for the love. Like you, when you
I'm
play
not
basketball,
saying they
you
have to
love
quit.
playing it.
I'm
But
not saying they have
it's
to
like
quit, but I'm saying
it's his reason behind kneeling.
Yeah, it's his reason.
No,
behind it.
it's a good reason behind it.
Yeah,
but
you still going to play. but
Niggas
you
gonna
not-
still
the thing
want to
is,
play.
You said
now, no
he not
team-
gonna
Basically,
do
don't
it.
mind your business
But this
this
is the
way.
thing.
Facts.
If they would have just had an opinion on it, that's fine. Don't start finding them for doing it, for standing
That's
up for
crazy.
yourself.
Yeah, that's
Don't
right.
start. He
Blackballing.
can't get on a team, and it's not because he's a bad player. It's because of what he did.
See,
Let's
but
be
look
real.
at-
Now you blocking his livelihood, and that's
Nah,
not
but
right.
That's
Now
what I
all
was
the
saying.
team
You gotta
owners,
take that risk. You gotta take that risk. He took that risk to nil. Now look at him.
Exactly.
Nike
And-
got bread.
and
Them
he
cutting them
risked-
little Nike signs
But
off
what I'm
ain't
saying
stopping
is,
that
if you go
flow.
back to the
Stop
quote,
his
he
bread.
sacrificed it all. At the end of the day, if Nike didn't step up,
He really
I mean,
sacrificed
at the end of
his
the day, it's a lot of people in the black community who are supporting him. He's never gonna be, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
still, they cut his livelihood. The fact that just because he loved the game so much, he
So
wanted
much
to
he
play
probably
for
he
it,
worked
and
so
then they
hard
cut him from
towards
that.
probably being
Now
that,
you can't
like,
play.
blood,
How you
sweat,
think he
and tears,
feels?
and y'all
You see
just
what I'm
take it
saying?
But he's sending a bigger message by not playing.
That's
Word.
Well, this is what the NFL had to say about it. Well, this is a statement. I don't know if they had to say it about it, but this is a statement they released after the ads came out. The National Football League believes in dialogue, understanding, and unity. We embrace the role and responsibility of everyone involved with this game to promote meaningful, positive change in our communities. The social justice issues that Colin and other professional athletes raise deserve our attention and action. So I just feel like
That's like a handshake with a smirk in the grin, like,
because
oh,
it's not
that's
the
cool.
truth. Because if that was the
Yeah,
case,
but
we
it's
would have a
like
job.
they're not gonna mess up their money. You feel me?
That's a
Like, think about it. The Super Bowl is like the number one commercialized like watch thing in the world once a year. I just watch more than the finals. Like,
But this is the
it's
thing.
that one game, so
But this
it's
is the
over.
thing. They going as far as blurting his name out on songs like it's a curse word.
But they fixed that. That's how
No,
you
but
know.
But
but
the
this,
fact
that's
that
the
it wasn't
thing.
even done-
And what do you have? Why do you have to fix blurting out his name like
That's
it's a
weird.
curse word? Like it's dirty off the tongue. Like kids can't hear it.
Cause
That's
y'all
another
acting
thing.
like this racism ain't still like fire and like.
They're acting like it. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying?
are, but that's what they had to do to save face. So what it is like, they
So if
they
they-
gonna do what they like. All right, this is how we really wanted to do it. Then once everybody
No.
complain about it, now we gonna change it. But this is what we really wanted to do from jump was blink that out. You feel me? And then they were Big Sean and all these big people with names like snap about it. Oh, once y'all re-download it and get y'all update, y'all get it back. We already got that version waiting for y'all. We just had to let y'all know how we really feel. We didn't want Colin
That's
Kaepernick.
true.
You feel me? Like you gotta really update your game all the time.
why?
So,
But it's the concept.
cause
behind
the,
it.
the racism isn't over yet. Why don't you think he ain't on the team?
That's what I'm saying. They messing with his livelihood. I feel like that statement.
His
is
livelihood's good now, being a campaign. Like, you hear me?
Yeah, he didn't come up with something.
Forget the NFL livelihood. You talking about an
Sponsored.
international company. You feel me? Like
Blessings.
Nike will
Blessings
never
right
die.
now.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yup. All right. And that is the end of tea time tonight. So I'm gonna pass it to my baby Swervito.
We're with the
Okay.
Vito's playlist. What you
Okay.
got? What you got?
Eminem has just dropped a whole bunch of bombs. No Funk Master Flex. He just dropped a new album called Kamikaze. But y'all know what kamikaze means? Just like do like a suicide bomb and like everybody about to blow up. So he took shots at everybody you can think of in the music industry, like Drake, Lil Yachty, MGK.
I have to hear this.
Yeah,
have to
MGK, Lil Pump, Migos. Like he's king at everybody, but I love it. I'm gonna keep it funky. I love
You
it.
be keeping it real.
Well, I love him.
That's the
Because it's
problem.
raw. It's like every now and again, everybody's so used to a certain way. You gotta get somebody who stirs up the pot. Not even know
He
no,
definitely stirred up the crowd. Okay.
yeah, like not even know like white or black card. Cause Jay-Z stirred the pot when he was like, yo, death for auto tune. Like yo, y'all niggas better get back on y'all bars real quick. Like y'all getting too comfortable singing and shit. Like, that's how I took it. Like
Right.
if it take Eminem to do it, like let's get the
Yes.
bars back. Like
Yes, please.
let's get
I'm
the.
so tired of mumble rap. And all this, it's just like, I feel like it like kills your brain cells while you listen to it. Like, it's no substance. And it's really talking about the same thing. Just different beats.
And that's what he was saying in this album, like, oh yeah, somebody fucked my baby mom, like the stuff that you would hear in regular bars. On top of that, he had bars and flow, like it was just like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
And it was like, I don't know, I feel like you gotta get angry. People make their best music when they angry
That's true.
or
hurt.
frustrated, yeah, like
some type of pain or emotion or something's behind
It
it
has
that's
to.
pushing it. Yeah.
has to trigger it. I mean, MGK came back though, like he dissed MGK too, but MGK snap. That shit was. I just like it, like rap. Like when people are beefing themselves, like Nas, Jay-Z, Beans, Jada, like down the road, like Kanye and 50 Cent when they was having their little album sell, do it like. Jay-Z and Kanye, it's needed every once in a while, so everybody can tune in.
Right.
But I love it. Also, another thing, it's the 25th year anniversary of In Living Color,
Hey.
and that was just that show is a big culture.
So, yes. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
They gave like urban, like
Yes.
you feel me, on most shows back in the day. It was really only rock and roll bands or pop
Right.
singers. So you knew every night at the end of the living color, like you might hear all over
Yes.
the doors,
Yes.
boom, boom.
It was a platform.
Yeah, like for dance, it was just like it had all the culture in one, like graffiti, dancing,
Right.
breakdancing,
Yes.
comedy, all that. Like,
Yes.
so it's definitely like it's huge that it's the 25th year anniversary. And last but not least, I just want to say rest in peace to the Queen of Soul,
Yes.
Miss Aretha Franklin.
R.E.S.P.E.
First of all, her funeral was dope. Okay? That's
Pink
going out in style.
Cadillacs.
Now that's going out in style, okay?
Pink Cadillacs.
I'm
They
just
said she
saying.
had wardrobe change. Like,
Listen.
hold on, I gotta
6
go back to the.
hours.
I gotta go back to the table and get right. You feel me?
Listen,
Like that's heavy.
That's how you do it. That is how you do it, okay?
That's heavy.
Oh my gosh. Well, yes,
6 hours,
definitely.
Lord.
Yes.
Damn, baby, Jennifer Hudson
She had
over
a
there.
gold
Oh.
casket though.
Listen,
Imagine putting all that gold in the ground.
she will always be remembered. Like, she
Probably gonna be
definitely
back up.
left her mark.
I ain't trying to. Never mind. I'm gonna say it off camera.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank y'all for tuning into the Hidden Gems podcast. Stay tuned for next week. 3 kisses, 2 hugs, ooh, 1 love. Okay.